Welcome to the video guys. If you like this content, become a bank manager and only give people a loan if they subscribe to Moist Gaming and like the video, as this should really help me out. So Far Cry 6 is a game that I've been looking forward to for longer than I can remember. Granted, crack cocaine and many Doritos don't help with memory, but I digress. Now, as much as I'm excited for Far Cry 6, I'm also a little worried, and in this video I'm going to attempt to explain why. And no, it's not because of anal beads, I mean the delay. You see, Far Cry 6 is going in a slightly different direction, and if you're like me and follow the video game news and communities while retaining a godlike amount of moisture, you will be aware that when you're a fan of previous games and developers decide to, well, switch it up, it usually doesn't end so well. Often in disaster. Kind of reminds me of my second date with a girl I liked. Instead of a kiss, I decided to lick her face and attempted to make love upside down. The lesson learned was to never apply any advice from Pornhub creators. Now, for the most part, I'm happy with the setting. From what we have been told, it's quite diverse, and I'm really happy we will see a jungle setting as well. And as far as the story is concerned, I think it's going to be good. That's just like my gut feeling, as we don't really know much, but when a father's bonding time with his son is teaching him how to handle a grenade with advice on how to be a dictator, then you know we won't be disappointed. But one concern I do have is the urban setting. You see, we have never had a large town or city in a Far Cry game, and this, in my opinion, is hard to imagine. Far Cry is known for its wild desert island and African savanna, Himalayas and so on. So for our protagonist to be chilling in what we will clearly be based on Havana really has me confused as to what to think. I don't know if my balls will tingle with joy or not, and this is not a feeling I've had with any female in Far Cry game, ever. I do have faith in the developers though, and I really hope that they can deliver as successful as Uber Eats delivers pizza. Another issue I have is the cringe idea they are bringing back from Far Cry 5. Pets. Now, I'm an animal lover myself, and I'm in a completely legal way I might add, but having a disabled dog help me in Far Cry 6 gets me as excited and as interested as vegan meals. Now, like seriously, why do I need a fucking chihuahua with 2 legs or a mountain lion with a pink bandana and a cute name when I have an AK-47 and an RPG slung over my shoulder? I honestly wish they got rid of that system, and don't get me wrong, it's not a big spoiler to the game as you don't have to play with those animals, you can do it all by yourself, but I really feel like it just ruins the immersion, just like Call of Duty with its dance moves at the end of every match. There's nothing more annoying than someone doing the can-can when he's just killed you with a pistol 6 times. Something that is not really so much as a concern but more of a ball ache is the release date. So far we've had no official release date. And for people like myself who have no life whatsoever, there have been some pretty good predictions. My prediction is that it will be released either later in the year before Christmas and we will see something at E3, for example, or sometime in the summer, or at the very least it will be delayed for a full year and released in early 2022. I say this because it makes no sense financially to release it anymore over a year, when we know the game is complete already and they have, had more time to polish it up like a whore in a brothel. My last concern is with multiplayer. In previous games we've had a pretty linear experience with multiplayer, and I really hope they fix this. Far Cry has always been open world, so to make multiplayer restricted makes as much sense as the magic bullet theory in JFK's assassination. I don't want to be 20 meters away from my friend and we have a game remind us that if we don't hook up in 20 seconds, you're fucked and will be transported to the nearest safe house. You should be able to go anywhere and fuck anything, do anything, as this should really make for some more dynamic and interesting gameplay, let's be honest. And it goes without saying that you should be able to do the whole story mode together amongst other things. Despite these concerns, I'm really looking forward to the new Far Cry, and unlike my future career prospects, I think we'll be in for a big success. Like I mentioned before, the setting seems to be very diverse in the terrain we will encounter, and should offer something for everyone. Even if the urban setting is a flop, there will be plenty more to explore. Thanks for watching everyone, subscribe for more content like this, and remember, moisture is essential for growing mushrooms. Take care and stay